coordinator here at KPU International, and I'm today's host for the International Online Live Orientation for the summer 2026 students. Just a reminder, this is an online portion of the orientation, so that means you will still need to join an in-person portion of orientation that is coming up in May. So we're going to talk about it more in details later in this live. But for now, on behalf of KPU and KPU International, I'm glad to welcome you all, and I would like to thank you for joining us. We hope that today you guys will learn a lot, as these sessions are usually dedicated to help new students to start their journey here at KPU of the right foot. Without further ado, let's move forward to the land acknowledgement part. And for those who are here with us for the first time and not familiar with what this is university's common practice to show respect and say thank you to the indigenous peoples of the lands where KPU campuses proudly stand. Here, what we want to say today. We are at Kwantlen Polytechnic University respectfully acknowledge that we live, work, and study in the region that overlaps with the unceded traditional and ancestral First Nations territories of the Musqueam, Katsi, Simyamu, Tsawwassen, Kikite, and Kwikwatlin peoples, and with the lands of the Kwantlen First Nation, which gifted its name to this university. In the cause of reconciliation, we recognize our commitment to address and reduce ongoing systemic colonialism, oppression, and racism that Indigenous peoples continue to experience. Thank you for your attention, and we're going to move forward here and continue with the quick agenda that you can see on your screens. For today's agenda, we've packed roughly an hour-long session. We'll run with quick icebreaker activity, followed by the welcome address from the Associate Vice President of KPU International herself. And after that, we're gonna go with the main part of the presentation, where several guest presenters will be joining us from different teams and different departments and delivering a very useful information that should help again with your smoother transitions to KPU. For the but before we move forward to the icebreaker part, I'm just gonna go quickly over a few housekeeping rules. We only have 3 simple rules, and rule number 1 is stay focused, because again, our presenters took effort to get us some important information for you. And if you had some questions, some of those questions might be partially or in full answered through the presentation, so staying focused throughout the entire times is very important. Rule number 2, we're gonna have a live Q&A chat box. It doesn't matter which device you're joining from, you can still click on the little icon of the chat, and you'll be able to ask us questions at any times of the live session. But one thing that I want to note is we're not going to be answering any case-specific questions, that especially if they require access to your account, check on some status. For those questions, our support staff in the backend will probably refer you to the corresponding services or people who will be able to help you outside of this live event. And last but not least, this session is going to be pre-recorded. So it's a good news for those who unfortunately couldn't join us today, so you can rewatch it later. Or for those who are watching me now and listening to me now, later, guys, you can also rewatch it if you need a particular information or if you need a particular link for a certain service, you'll be able to get it from the recording of this session. And the recording will be available from both KPU International YouTube channel, which the link for which we're going to be posting in the Q&A live chat for you, or just using the same link from the email invitation that you guys all received. And as promised, we're going to move forward with a very quick icebreaker activity. It's very simple. We only have 2 questions for you, but before we're asking those questions, and I put those questions on the screen, for the icebreaker activity, you guys need to open a platform that's called Mentimeter. And to open that, there's 3 simple ways you can do that. First is just go to that Q&A live chat, and you can see just a direct link if you have a separate device or something, or you can open it. Oh, sorry, you can open it through the browser from your device that you're using. Or if you have a separate device, you can just go to the mentimeter.com website and enter the code that you can see on your screens, and the code is 61101541. Again, 61101541. Or one of the easiest ways, if you have a separate mobile device, you can just scan the QR code, and it will directly send you to the questionnaire. Okay. For now, if you just give me a few seconds, I'm going to put those questions on the screen, and we'll quickly go through them. This should be the one. Okay. You guys should be able to see the screen now. And our first question is, as most of you can see, we have 11 people who's joining us in this questionnaire. So thank you so much. And 10 of the people has already responded. The first question is easy. Which country are you joining us from? This question could be understood as where you are currently located, which makes sense, but we'd be very interested, especially because you guys are international students, to know which country you're coming from, just to see how diverse the KEEP International is. So we have some people from India, we have some people who said Canada, so they could be from, because you guys are international, mostly you're just here now, but if you are original from different country, please respond again so we can know where you're coming from. We also have Mexico and Colombia, China, Vietnamese, I guess Vietnam, Japan. Oh, that's amazing. All right. So 16 out of 22 people have responded. We're just gonna give it another like 10 seconds. This is very easy question, so we're not gonna spend too much time on this one. And Brazil, amazing, yeah. Bom dia. Korea, that's great. Great answers. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for sharing. We're gonna move forward to the next question here. If someone couldn't respond, don't worry, you can always use that Q&A live chat to send us, if you want to share with us where you're coming from. We would appreciate that. And the next question and the last question for that today's icebreaker, I'm gonna be giving you a 1 minute to respond to this question. What do you hope to take away from today's live session? So when any 1 or 2 particular things that you are here for to learn about, this basically, hopefully our presentation will be able to answer those questions of yours. But if for any of the reasons it will not, again, you can use a Q&A chat, or in the future when we run this sessions more for the future intakes for more international students like yourself, if that portion of the information is very useful at this point of time and very important, we'll probably just add it to our live session. So something meaningful and helpful for me, just general overview, some useful tips, knowing what to do next, valuable information about entering school. So just speaking from the answers, I guess you guys are all very excited. You are at the stage, at the perfect place where there's a lot of things to learn. You don't have any particular things, right, to ask. So this is great that you're here today again, because we'll be covering different topics. Most of them are very important, like I said. So The time is over for the icebreaker, and just for the time's sake, I'm going to be closing this today. Again, thank you to everyone who's been sending us our answers, important dates, or some useful tips. We're going to cover on some of those, so make sure you stay tuned. And I'm going to be resharing the presentation slides one more time, if you give me 1 second. All right, the live session should be back on the screens. And on this good note, I would like to move forward with our first guest, the Associate Vice President of KPU International, Zainab, with the welcome address for you guys.
Thank you so much, Dima. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. Are you able to see me and hear me?
Yes, we are able to hear you, Zainab. It's just going to take a few seconds for your camera to appear on the screen.
Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. All right, well, I'm super excited to be here, and I'm super excited to welcome you all to your summer international orientation session. As Dima noted, my name is Zainab Al-Kubaisi, and I'm the Interim Associate Vice President International here at KPU International. We're super excited that you've chosen us at KPU here to begin your journey, and I know that you're probably preparing to come to a brand new place, a brand new country that's far away from home, and it's both exciting and challenging, but we're really excited to welcome you here. I know the feelings of anxiousness, curiosity, and a little bit of uncertainty is completely normal. But just know that when you're joining us here at the university, you're not only joining a university in your program, but you're actually joining a community. And we're really looking forward to including you as part of our community and making your experience a lot more meaningful. One of the goals that we have here at KPU International is not only to support you academically, but also personally, professionally as well. And there's a number of different services and people that will guide you along the way. So whether they be your instructors, your advisors, the international team, please make sure that you come and see us to help support you and to help make sure that you succeed in every step of the way. This is also a place where I hope that you'll maximize on your experience, where you can build on friendships. We have many, many different programs that you can really heighten your experience here as a student. So from different clubs to volunteer opportunities. So feel free to connect with us and we'll let you know more about all these different experiences and opportunities that await you when you come here to KPU. I encourage you to really stay engaged, to take full advantage of everything that's offered here. And we're really looking forward to seeing you here in person. We're super excited, and I just want to welcome you again, and I wish you a very successful preparation as you prepare for your journey here. And we're really looking forward to seeing you back in August or sometime in September when you're here in person. Thank you very much for joining this session, and I hope that you find it to be a meaningful opportunity to learn more about what is awaiting for you here at KPU. Thank you.
Thank you so much for such a warm welcome, Zainab. On this one, we're going to move forward to the next guest. And before we proceed to the next guest, I just want to give a little heads up to all students who are watching us. There's a slow delay when you're watching. So for those presenters' camera, it might take some time to see them on the screen. Again, technology not always coping with us the way we want it. So we apologize in advance. And again, like I said, we're going to move forward to the next guest, who is representing the Office of Recruitment and Admissions here at the KPU International with some admissions related information. So Lucas, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Dima. I'm really excited to be able to speak with everybody this morning or this evening, wherever you are. I've got some really important information to share with everybody, and it's really important that you take some notes if you haven't already received your study permit, because this will really impact the beginning of your studies in the summer semester. So a couple of different things that I want to bring up today. So all international students must submit proof of study permit approval by May 8th. This is a requirement for all international students studying in a full credential seeking program. It's very, very important that you have KPU name on your study permit in order to be able to begin your studies. So without that, you won't be eligible to begin your studies, and we'll have to come up with an alternative option for you. So if you don't hear back from IRCC about your summer study permit by May 8th, please let us know at international@kpu.ca, and our team will be able to support you with information about your specific case. It's also really important that if you don't receive your study permit by May 8th, you'll need to drop yourself from any courses that you've registered in, because that won't happen automatically. And if you don't by the start of classes, you will get a tuition fee penalty applied to your account. So it's really, really important that you pay attention and make sure that you have your study permit in hand by this date and that you send it to us. And then one other important thing, so if you're currently at another institution here in Canada with a different institution's name on your study permit, please check that and please make sure that it has KPU's name on it. Similar place to contact if you don't have that, international@kpu.ca. Please let us know if you do have any questions, and we're here to support you through that. And then one other thing, next slide, please. Okay, so this is another major thing for students beginning their studies here at KPU, is that we need to see a copy of your official transcripts. So this is something that's sent directly to KPU by the institution that you studied at. Many of you have already submitted documents that are color scanned copies of your transcripts, whether it's at the high school level or at the post-secondary level. But we will need to see the official transcripts in order to finalize your admission to KPU. So if you haven't already submitted your official transcripts, please reach out to your institutions, get them to send them to us directly. It can be by post or by email, whichever makes sense for your specific situation. But we really need to see those official documents to finalize your admission. I know that's a lot of information, but that's all I've got today from the OIRA team, and I'm happy to welcome you to KPU.
Thank you so much, Lucas. Again, guys, make sure you submit your study permits if you haven't done it so yet. Moving forward, we have a next guest. It's a colleague of mine. Her name is Josie, and she's going to be presenting a portion of information that is related to the international student life and transitions here at KPU. Josie, floor is yours.
Hi everyone, my name is Josie. I'm a coordinator of Student Life and Transition team. So it's my honor to be here to welcome everyone. So I have some important information to deliver it to you guys today. So for your first 2 weeks of the semester, what is actually happening? So there's a lot of things that we prepare for you for the smooth transitions. So for summer 2026, new student orientations, there's an in-person portions of orientations, and registration is required, and you must register. So this includes the campus tour. So we host 2 days at Langley campus and Surrey main campus. However, you only need to go for 1 day. You should register for your home campus. So what is home campus? So home campus is the campus that you taking most of the classes. And for the Langley campus, it's going to be May 5th, 2026. And for Surrey main campus, it's going to be May 7th, 2026. For the resource fair, it's going to be from 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. And this semester, we also have the international info section. So these sections we create and tailor for new international student only. So this is your chance to come to talk to us, to ask us questions, and we're gonna give you all the information that new international student need to know. So it's happened on the same day, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. at the Fur Building, room 128. And by attending, you have a chance to win $100 bookstore gift card. And we also have the Welcome Week. It's a week worth of free, flexible programming and activity open to all first-year students registered in classes in any program from May 5th to May 15th. And these days are tentative. And by attending this week, it's a really good chance for you to meet new friends and building a good friendship from there. And moving to the next slide, we have I usually receive a lot of questions about what I need to prepare before arriving in Canada. So first of all, you want the re-arrival webinar. For more travel detail to Canada, we have uploaded the recording versions on our YouTube, and you need to pack following document in your carry-on. For example, flight ticket, passport, port of entry, if applicable, proof of finance, visa, and bring your confirmation of enrollment. And after you arrive in Canada, this is important. Please update your email and mailing address to My KBU student portal. And please note that all correspondence from KBU will be sent to your KBU email address, not your personal email. This is really important. For example, like if your professors need to communicate with you, if international department want to communicate with you, we only communicate with you to KBU email. So this is very important step. Next step, we're gonna have, give me 1 second. We're gonna have setting up Microsoft Authenticator. To use the Microsoft tool like Outlook, Word, and Teams, all students must set up multi-factor authentications using the Microsoft Authentication app. We will put the link in the chat for you and make sure you set it up. And move to the next slide, we have the insurance. And, you know, insurance cost in Canada is very, very expensive. So you need to have some kind of insurance to cover while you stay in Canada. So let's watch the video together.
Hi there, Dmitry is here from the Global Engagement Office. Today, I'm going to give you a quick crash course on the health insurance topic. As a new student in Canada, it's very important to have a proper, valid medical coverage throughout the entire times. And the reason is simple for that. If something happens and you need to stay in a hospital or undergo some exams or even visit a doctor, it might cost you a lot. But don't worry, we don't want this to happen to you. So that's why we automatically enroll you with Garmi Temporary Health Insurance, which starts on the first day of your program start date. Either it's September 1st, January 1st, or May 1st. If you arrive before that, you might need to consider purchasing an early arrival coverage from Garmi or any other third-party provider, just even for 1 day, to make sure you stay covered. One very important note, as Garmi fee is a part of your term-based tuition fees, you will only be enrolled when you take classes. If you're not taking classes, or if you're on a scheduled break, you must have MSP by that time, or again, you might need to consider purchasing an additional coverage. A lot of students ask us, where do they find the information on their policy? And the answer is simple. Garmi provider will send you a welcome email within the first 10 days of your program start date. In that email, you will find the details on how to access your account, where you can find the details on your policy, as well as download the Healthcare Access card. We highly recommend you to keep your Healthcare Access card with you at all times. The next plan that we want to talk today about is MSP, or Medical Services Plan. MSP is a mandatory provincial medical services plan that all residents of BC, including the international students, should be enrolled in. You must apply for MSP immediately upon your arrival in Canada. You also might have a question, why do you need MSP when you have Garmi already? And that's a good question. You see, the answer is very simple. MSP is mandatory for everyone, and it takes 3 months of processing time after you applied. And that's why basically here at KPU, why we enroll you with Garmi at the first place, just to make sure that you stay covered. After you receive your MSP, you don't have to continue paying for your Garmi, as MSP covers all your basic needs. But if you want us to stop charging you for your Garmi, you have to submit an opt-out request confirming on your MSP status. Quick note, MSP costs $75 per month for all international students. The last plan that we want to talk about is KSA Extended Health and Dental Plan. You see, your Garmi and MSP do not cover on everything, And if you want to schedule a dental appointment or an eye exam, you will need to activate and use your KSA Extended Health Plan. This plan is also mandatory for all students and is automatically included in your tuition fees, and you charge for that once per year. If you have any additional questions about your KSA Extended Health Plan, please make sure to reach out to the KSA Health Plan office at the email you see on your screens. That's it for today, guys. But if you still have some questions, as it might still be confusing for you, please make sure to reach out to us at intelstudentlife@kpu.ca. Also, make sure to check out an FAQ session down below this video to get even more answers to your questions. We hope this video was helpful, and we hope that you stay healthy. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. So if you may notice, we communicate with you a lot about the insurance because again, it's really, really important. So please remember, once you arrive in Canada, please apply to your MSP right away. Move to the next resource. I would like to invite you to watch another videos about student support program by Garmin. Thank you. And move to the next resource. There are another useful apps that I would like everyone to download it on your phone. It's called KBU Safe, and you can do a lot of things with KBU Safe, such as contact the security and emergency services. Find out what to do in an emergency, view interactive canvas map to help you get around. As you may know, we have a lot of five campuses among Metro Vancouver, and more importantly, for example, during the condition of extreme weather, our campus may close, and by having the app on your phone, you will stay updated because you don't want to go to your class when campus close, right? So move on to the next slide. I would like to introduce you Unibuddy, and this is a free student platform, and I highly recommend it student to be part of KBU community because this app gonna connect you with peers and student mentor to learn about life at KBU, from academic and campus culture to student life and more. So, and how you join this. So you will receive an invitation link through your KBU email. Remember, KBU email. And you simply accept it to start engaging with the KBU community. You can also suggest new community topic if you think other students will share your interests. For example, you come here during the summer, and Vancouver is famous for summer outdoor activities, and if you want to find some friends to do kayaking, hiking, you can suggest the topic. And this is a place where you can connect with your peer with the same interest. It's a really, really great community that we built just for you. And move on to the fun part, the international events. So our team also organize all of campus to enrich your campus life. So for example, in summer 2026, we organize different campus events. First of all, we have international, Dima, next slide, please. Thank you. So in May, we have International Peer Mentorship Welcome Social Events. So on on this event, there's a chance for you to meet your mentors, and there's a lot of new students coming as well. So you will have a chance to mingle, to make new friends. And in June, we're gonna have Fly Over Canada. And especially as you may, if you are soccer fans, you may know that this year Canada gonna co-host the World Cup. So this is the unique chance that we have the special event just for that. So we're gonna have the series of World Cup watch party. So it's gonna be organized at Surrey campus, and we welcome everyone to join us. And in order to know more information about the date, time, and more information, please follow us on Instagram. So you can see our handle is KBU_international, or you can scan the QR code on the right top corner. And another workshop that I would like to introduce to everyone is called Social Insurance Workshop. So if you want to work part-time in Canada while studying, you must apply for social insurance, and this is mandatory. So, and why I say it's a really, really important workshop that you may need to attend, because if you do not have SIN to submit to KBU, you may need to drop out from your classes. So this is everyone in Canada must to have SIN, and your SIN is private and is illegal for anyone else to use it. It's important to learn how to protect your SIN. And in an hour person workshop, we invite a person from Service Canada to deliver the presentations to let you know how to protect your SIN. And the highlight of the workshop is like you can apply SIN on the spot. That means that you don't have to line up at the Service Canada to apply for your SIN, and then if you line up, it can take like 3 to 4 hours. But we invite a Service Canada officer to come to the campus just to do SIN for you. And it's gonna be on the May 7th from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And we're gonna put the link in the chat for you. Make sure you register. And if you have more, I know that I deliver a lot of questions, and that if you have more, I deliver a lot of information. So if you have more questions for Student Life inquiry, event, and insurance, please email us intelstudentlife@kbu.ca. For any transitions and rearrival inquiries, contact internationaltransitions@kbu.ca. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Josie. Again, guys, we have a live Q&A chat open, so if you have any questions, make sure you send us questions. Our staff will be in the background taking some time to answer those questions. And if you notice any delay on the slide changing, apologies. There's a short delay, I guess, on the Microsoft end this morning, so we don't have really control over that, and we appreciate your understanding. We're gonna move forward to the next guest, and they're students themselves, who's a part-time working with KPU International in the capacity of a peer mentor. So they're going to be talking about an international peer mentorship program, which is a very important program for all new international students to easier transition, right, to KPU journey and to get connected with other students. Without further ado, please meet Heaton.
Thank you, Dima. Hi, everyone, and welcome to KPU. My name is Athane, and I'm one of the international peer mentors here at KPU. And currently, I'm in my second year of BTech in IT program. And as an international student myself, I completely understand what it feels like to be in your place. Excited, nervous, confused about where everything is and all of that. So don't worry, you are not alone. I really understand what it's like to start a new journey in a new country. And when I think about why I chose KPU, honestly, it was the overall environment, the smaller class sizes, the supportive system, and also the co-op opportunities that it offers. And I wanted a university where I could actually connect with my professors and gain some practical experience during my studies. And since I enjoy technology and problem solving, BTech IT just felt like a good fit for me. And then coming to IPM, I joined the IPM program back in fall 2025, and it's been a really rewarding experience so far. The program helped me during my first semester, and now I am here supporting new international students, just like I was supported. And so, moving on, what exactly is IPM? So, IPM is designed to help new international students like you transition smoothly into your life at KPU and in Canada. Your first semester can feel overwhelming and new campus, new system, new country. And as mentors, we totally get that. And we are here to make that whole experience easier for you. So that's why we share campus resources, important information, and helpful tips throughout the semester. Once you are assigned a mentor, they'll check in with you regularly. They'll answer your questions and guide you whenever you feel unsure. Most of us have been sorry, most of us have been through the same challenges. So
Is everything okay?
I thought my voice isn't clear.
No,
Is it?
it's all good.
Okay.
We can hear you. Like I said, there's some technical issues. Again, apologies to the viewers. Just keep going. We can hear you
Okay.
perfectly. Yeah.
Okay. So, so I was saying that once you are assigned a mentor, they'll check in with you regularly, answering questions and guide you whenever you feel unsure. So, um, whenever we understand that you are experiencing, and we are here to help you through it. And IPM isn't just about guidance, it's also about building a community. So, mentors run some fun social events where you can meet other students, make friends, and get involved on campus. So, it's one of the easiest ways to feel connected. So, we also share information about all the big student life and events happening throughout the semester and many more activities that help you enjoy your time at KPU outside the classroom. And speaking of events, we have our first big IPM event coming up, which is the Welcome Social. It's on May 26th from 12 to 2 p.m. at the Surrey campus in Spruce 100 atrium, and everyone is invited. So there will be games, crafts, complimentary snacks, music, and it's a really good opportunity to meet your mentor and other students and just start making connections early on. So I would definitely recommend coming if you can. And one more thing that I would like to mention is you will start receiving emails from your mentor about 1 to 2 weeks before the classes begin. So if you don't get an email, or if you are unsure who your mentor is, just email us at ipm@kpu.ca, or you can visit the IPM booth at the in-person orientation, and the team will help you get connected. And that's it for my part. Thank you so much for listening, and back to you, Dima.
Thank you, Heaton. Like I said, everything went well on our end. We could hear you perfectly. And thank you so much for sharing this information. And again, one more time, I would like to encourage all students to check on their emails, because your mentors will start sending you email during your first weeks at KPU. And the sooner you connect with them, the more questions they will be able to answer for you, and you will feel more like a home with the support of the fellow student. Moving next, we have a big part and very important part, a presentation about international advising services. And we have an advisor, Sarah, who's going to take on that part.
Thanks, Dima. Hello, everyone. So I'm just going to take a few minutes today to explain to you what international advising is, the kind of support we can provide you, and how you can connect with us. So this is our team at the moment. So we have currently 9 advisors, and we have our director, Angel Manhas. We have our manager, Kevin Lee, Angel, who is currently on maternity leave, but she is our advising coordinator. And we have James, who is our advising assistant. Everyone in our team is fluent in a second language. So if you prefer to speak with someone in your native language, you are welcome to request that, and we will try our best to accommodate if possible. Okay. All right. So what kind of things can advisors help you with? So there's academic support that we can provide you, and that includes things like program exploration and course planning. So let's say that you're in a particular program and maybe that's not is not working out for you and you want to explore other program options. So that's something that you can come and discuss with an advisor with, and we're happy to help you with that. Course planning. So if you're not sure what courses to take, it is recommended that every semester you meet with an advisor to make sure that you are selecting the appropriate courses that are appropriate for your program. Progression or graduation check. So if you want to know maybe how long it'll take for you to complete your program, perhaps you want to complete your program at a specific timeline and you want to kind of plan your courses accordingly. If you want to make sure that you are on track to graduate. So that's something that advisors can assist you with as well. Academic standing. So it's really important that you understand what academic standing is. At KPU, you must maintain good academic standing, and that is basically maintaining a GPA of 2.0, which is an average of C grade. If you find yourself falling below that GPA of 2, it is important that you meet with an advisor so we can offer you support and help you get back on track. Understanding GPA, again, that connects to academic standing. So it's important that you understand what GPA is, how it works. I'm not going to go into too much detail about what it is, but you're welcome to see an advisor and we can explain how a GPA is calculated. Sometimes we have students, who may not be in good academic standing, who have a GPA less than 2, and they want to kind of figure out what grades they need for the next semester to pull their GPA back to 2. So if you're looking for that and you need help with that, we're happy to help you set those goals. Program declaration. So if you're in a limited intake program, you don't have to worry about declaration. You will automatically be declared in your program. But if you applied for an open intake program, you will be an intended student. So for example, you might be a business management intended student or maybe a criminology intended. And you do need to declare a program once you have decided that that is the program you want to graduate with. Ideally, you should declare within your first year. And some programs have specific declaration requirements that you have to meet before you can go ahead and declare. So if you're unsure, what those requirements are or how to declare, you can definitely see an advisor for that. University transfer. So if you have completed undergraduate courses from another DLI, and you want to know whether you can use those courses and transfer them to KPU and have them counted towards your program, you can see an advisor for that and we can work through that with you. Understanding KPU policies and procedures, I think that's pretty straightforward. Prerequisite and co-requisite requirements, again, something that is important that you understand what those are. Again, this is a very short period I have, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about what that is, but for example, if you are registering for courses and you see an error where it says prerequisite, co-requisite not met, you can see an advisor and we can explain maybe what you're missing. Because certain courses have certain requirements that you have to have completed before you can take that course. These can be undergraduate courses or they can even be high school courses. So if you don't have those requirements, you will get that error when you're trying to register. So when you're trying to register, if you receive any kind of error and you're not sure, it's important to see an advisor and we can sort that out for you. Last but not least, Learning Center resources. So if you just need some support resources, for example, maybe you need some tips on time management strategies, perhaps you need some support in writing, maybe you need some tips on how to prepare for an exam, things like that. So if you're not sure what kind of support resources are available, you can see an advisor and we can kind of guide you to the right direction. Yeah, next slide. So just to give you an idea of some kind of questions that you can ask an advisor when it comes to academic related queries. So you could ask, how long will it take for me to complete my program? What is program declaration? How do I declare my program? Will withdrawing from a course impact my PGWP eligibility? So whenever you are thinking of withdrawing from a course, it is important that you meet with an advisor prior to that, because it can impact your post-graduation work permit eligibility. And just remember, withdrawing and dropping from a course is not the same thing, okay? You might want to ask what it means. What does it mean if I'm on academic warning or probation? Again, that's tied to academic standing. Yeah. And can I take online courses? So these are just common questions that we often get from students. So I just wanted to give you an idea of the kind of questions that you might ask an advisor. And now we'll just go into the kind of things that we can assist you when it comes to non-academic support. So we can help you with study permits, understanding work eligibility criteria, post-graduation work permit, when you are near the end of your program and you want to learn more about how to apply, the documents needed and things like that. Supporting letters for immigration applications. So for example, if you are applying for, let's say, a visitor visa, for that application, you do need what's called a confirmation of enrollment letter. So if you require that, you can see an advisor and we can help you with that. Student events and volunteering. So this was already discussed, but if you are unsure and you want to learn more about how to connect with those, you can come see an advisor and we can guide you to the right place. Social insurance number, again, this was also touched. Hopefully you do attend the social insurance workshop. So it is important that you have a SIN. Without that, you're not able to work. But yeah, if you, for some reason, if you missed that workshop and you're not sure how to apply, you can definitely see an advisor and we can help you with that. Mental and emotional support resources, accessibility services, understanding KPU's schedule break policy. So these are some of the topics. It's by no means an exhaustive list of things that you can see an advisor for. You're welcome to see an advisor for something that is not listed here. So you can meet with an advisor for pretty much any question that you might have. If you feel that your query might be better handled by someone else, we will direct you to the appropriate person accordingly. Okay. So yeah, just to give you an example of some questions, non-academic related questions that you can ask us. So we get, how can I apply for my friends and family to visit me in Canada? What documents do I need to apply for my study permit extension, post-graduation work permit? Can I travel outside Canada? I need to take a break in my studies. What are my options? I'm feeling homesick. How do I stay motivated? So yeah, this is just a glimpse of the things of the kind of things that you could approach an advisor and ask them about. And like I said, you're definitely welcome to talk to us about anything else that I didn't mention, and we can guide you to the right department if we feel that we are not the right person for the question that you have. Okay, so how do you connect with an international advisor? So I just highlighted the link at the very top. So if you go to kpu.ca/international/advising/connect, if you go to this link, you will find how you can book an appointment with an advisor. You will find what our drop-in hours are, how you can connect to a drop-in session. So at the moment, we offer both in-person appointments, both in-person and online appointments and drop-ins. Our appointments you can book any day of the week, and drop-ins at the moment we have twice a week. We have an in-person drop-in at the Surrey campus on Wednesday afternoons, and on Friday we have an online drop-in session in the afternoon. So again, you can refer to the website that's at the top to see how you can connect with the online drop-in session and how you can book an appointment. Sorry, Dima, can you go back to the previous slide? So just to kind of let you know, appointments are about 30 minutes long, whereas our drop-ins are just 10-15-minute long sessions. So we encourage students to book a 30-minute appointment if you want to maybe discuss multiple issues. For example, if you need help with course registration, you want to learn more about academic standing. So if you have a lot of questions to ask, it's best that you book a 30-minute appointment. Drop-ins is best if you have quick questions or maybe urgent queries. For example, if your study permit already expired or is expiring the next day, maybe you need to repeat a course and you need help with that. And maybe if a study permit extension is refused. So those are some examples that you can come and see an advisor for during the drop-in session. Okay, so I'm just going to take a few minutes to just go over our advising website. So I highly encourage you guys to go to our advising website. So just kpu.ca/international/advising. Spend some time browsing it. There are a lot of resources that will benefit you throughout your time at KPU. And more than it's very likely that some of the questions that you might come across during your time at KPU, you'll find the answers on our website already. So if you look, we have 4 sections just at the homepage. So scheduled breaks and authorized leave. We have immigration resources. So here you'll find videos about how to apply for an extension, how to apply for work permit, and so forth. Academic resources. So you'll find if you want different tools that you need to kind of prepare for your courses. Like if you are not sure how to work with Moodle, like if you're taking an online course, you need to familiarize yourself with Moodle. So we have resources about that. Graduation checklist. So if you are near the end of your program, it's important to have a look at the graduation checklist, ideally in your second to last semester, to kind of go over the things that you should be aware of as you near the end of your program. And just on the left side, you see there are additional things. We have a new section called permanent residency. So if you're interested on learning about the different streams for PR, you can check out that section. And then on the right-hand side, we have important announcements. So if there's anything urgent that we feel that students should be aware of, we will post it there. Of course, we'll send you an email as well if needed. So make sure that you're always checking your KPU email regularly. And then upcoming events. So we often do host different events on different topics. One of the events that we host is related to post-graduation work permit. So if you are at the end of your program and you want to learn more about the work permit, the requirements, the eligibility requirements, how to apply, and so forth, we do host a workshop on that, I believe once or twice a semester. So we will include the details on our webpage there. Okay. All right, so I'll just go over some important reminders when it comes to study permits. So number 1, and I think this was Lucas kind of went over this. So it is important that you have an approved study permit with KPU named as your designated learning institution before starting your studies at KPU. Number 2, you must remain continuously enrolled at the DLI named on your study permit, and you must make satisfactory progress towards completing your program. Number 3, it is important that you adhere to all the conditions listed on your permit, including work authorization rules. So you cannot work until you officially begin your studies in Canada. So if you arrive before your term starts, you're not able to work until your classes start, okay? And if authorized to work, you can only work 24 hours per week, provided that you are a full-time student, okay? If you are transferring from another DLI to KPU, it's important that you apply for a new study permit before starting your program at KPU, because as mentioned, your study permit must have KPU listed as institution on your study permit. Okay. Study permit extension. So it is important that maintain legal apply for your regular law students to apply for an extension as early as 6 months before the study permit expires. Okay, next slide. Oh, sorry. One more point. Okay, well, in the previous slide, okay, no worries. Just one more reminder in terms of study permit. It's important that you always provide us with the updated copy of your permit. So if you end up extending your study permit, it's important that you provide us with the copy of your new permit once you receive it. Otherwise, there's a hold that'll get placed on your account, and then you're not going to be able to register for your courses. Okay. Yeah, we are good to go for the next slide now. Thanks. Okay, so just some important things that you should remember when it comes to post-graduation work permit eligibility criteria. So number one, in order to be eligible for post-graduation work permit, it's important that you meet what's called the field of study requirement. So if you submitted your study permit application on or after November 1st, 2024, you must graduate in an eligible field of study. So all of our bachelor programs are eligible, but if you're in a diploma program, there are select diploma programs that are eligible for PGWP. So if you are not sure, you can refer to kpu.ca/international/admissions, and that should give you the list of all our PGWP eligible programs right now. Yeah, next point. So maintaining full-time status is really, really important. I think the number one reason that we see post-graduation work permits being denied is because the student did not maintain full-time status. You are allowed to take scheduled breaks and authorized leave, but again, make sure that you see an advisor before you decide to do that, so we can make sure that you are in compliance with that policy. But otherwise, you have to maintain full-time, which is minimum 9 credits throughout your studies. Again, class attendance and withdrawals can impact your academic status, so it is important that you attend your classes. If you don't attend, if you miss too many classes, the instructor can give you what's called an I grade, and then you would be considered part-time for that semester. Number 3, comply with work authorization rules. So it is important that you only work maximum of 24 hours per week during your academic term. And your study permit must have the condition that you are allowed to work. If it doesn't have the condition, then you can see an advisor and we can try to see why that condition is missing, but you must have that condition in order to work. Number 4, you must, a minimum 50% of your program must be in person. So you can take a few online classes, but IRCC does encourage students to take as many in-person courses as possible. So that is the recommendation that advisors give as well. So it is important that you try to take more in-person classes as opposed to online. And if you're taking any online classes, it is important that you complete them from inside Canada. Okay. Yeah, so just to end off my part of the section. I'll just summarize how to connect with us. So again, appointments and drop-ins are one way that you can connect with an advisor. You can also email us, so internationalstudents@kpu.ca. If your email, if it's a very case specific question that you might have, you most likely will get a response that you come during a drop-in session and see an advisor or book an appointment. And last but not least, you can call us as well. You're not going to be connected to an advisor directly when you call us, but you will get somebody and they can either help you with your query or they will help you book an appointment with an advisor. Okay, so that's all for my end. I'll give the floor back to Dima. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Yeah, there was a little cutting out on one of the slides when the transition was not smooth on my end. I'm not sure if that's Microsoft or maybe there's some internet issue on either of our ends. But again, I just want to, everything was on the slide. I'm sure students could also read it if they couldn't hear you. But that was barely just for like for just 15-20 seconds, but no longer than that. But thank you so much, Sarah. So much important information. So guys, make sure anytime you have doubts or questions about anything academic, non-academic related, make sure to schedule an appointment with an advisor or just join one of the drop-in sessions as Sarah has mentioned. We're going to move forward. We have a final guest, or as we would normally say, last but not least, Sheena, who is representing in academic integrity services, another very important topic. So just for the final stretch, make sure that you guys focus carefully.
All right, thanks, Dima. 2 years ago, I also tuned in at around like maybe 12 a.m. from my home country, just as you are now. So hang in there. Give me 5 minutes. Buen dia to all incoming students from our Spanish-speaking neighbors from South America. Wave, even if I can't see you. Annyeong, ni hao. I'm really fond of K-drama as well as C-drama. Konnichiwa, ciao, and namaste to my fellow South and Southeast Asian students. I'm Sheena De La Torre. Like you, I'm an international student in KPU's postgraduate diploma in Human Resources Management. I work as a student ambassador at the Academic Integrity Unit, helping students find resources for their successful academic journey. And today, our goal is to introduce the term academic integrity and the tools that you can use to align with your academic integrity journey as you study at KPU. Now, have you heard of academic integrity before? Well, if not, think of integrity as like a virtue which most cultures value highly. Approaches to school may be different, but values guide how we think, how we act, and do the right thing. So here at KPU, it's committing to standards. So we combine the 4 indigenous principles plus the 6 values from the International Center for Academic Integrity. And these values remind us that learning with integrity builds trust, respect, and real skills that prepare us for success in school and in the future careers if we plan to stay here in Canada. Listed here on the right side of what Dima is showing are the reasons why we should uphold academic integrity. And these reasons will help us gain valuable skills for life and work in Canada. It will also help us build good relationships with our instructors who can support us in the future and protects us from the consequences like, failing an assignment or a course, which can really affect our studies as international students. Next, newcomers to Canada face pressures from all sides. It's totally natural. And Zaina actually alluded to this early on. And that's totally natural. But they might also push shortcuts to us international students, like cheating or plagiarism. But remember that you're not alone in this journey. KPU also has free confidential counseling for family. If you click, money, time, stress, you can actually screenshot these, and it will help you finish strong with your academic integrity journey. Now, next, technology right now, like Gen AI, is really huge, but please use it smartly. KPU's website has videos. We also have in academic integrity, like a Q&A, on which it will help us determine whether it's okay or when it is not okay to use Gen AI. So when unsure, always ask your instructors. They are my lovely help all the time. Ethical use of technology helps build digital integrity, and it can also be an important skill in any future workplace we have. Again, responsible use of Gen AI is the key. Next, the academic integrity webpage also lists like some of the examples of the misconduct. The most common ones that I have observed are like cheating, like sharing exam answers, other people doing your homework, unauthorized use of Gen AI like ChatGPT and the likes. Plagiarism is also another one, like submitting your old assignments without citing yourself. That's called plagiarism. And knowing these will help us stay on track with our academic journey. Next, we also have a tool called Draft Coach. I really use it from the very beginning, and I am a living legacy to this. It's free and optional to use at KPU, and it can help us students to avoid plagiarism by providing us with feedback about our written assignments. On our website, we have a step-by-step guide on how we can add that tool and how we can use it. The library will also be one of your best friends. It was my best friend. So I'm always bugging the librarians. Aside from finding helpful resources at no extra cost, they provide citation style guides and allow us to contact them in many different ways, like chatting with librarians. And if you have any doubts, like you need future guidance in terms of academic integrity, please contact us at ai.ambassadors@kpu.ca. Cheers. I'm Shane from Academic Integrity. Over to you, Tim.
Thank you so much, Sheena. That was very beautiful. And on this good note, I want to wrap it up saying thank you to everyone who was watching. I should probably just put myself one more time on the screen before we say goodbye. It's actually not a goodbye, it's see you later, because we really hope to see you one day on campus in the upcoming semester. And our team is still reviewing some of the questions that you've been sending. We'll do our best. So if you still have some questions, just send it right now, because the moment we end this live, we'll close it and we will just respond any unresponded questions sent before we close it, okay? But if you still kind of not sure where to start, or maybe you have a particular question that was not covered, but you don't know who to ask, that's totally normal. What you can do is you can see a QR code on your screens, or even a short link, which will be in the chat for you. This is a general contact, KPU International contact page, where you can handcraft a request based on your needs. There will be different topics, and then you can actually write a little bit more details into your request through the contact form. And like I said, thank you so much again, guys. I want to welcome you to KPU one more time. We hope your transition to your journey will go as smooth as you wish. And we're going to see you in the upcoming in-person orientation, specifically in Surrey on May 7th, because most of our team members will be presenting there to meet you, to greet you, and to provide you even with more information. Until then, I wish you guys enjoy the weather outside, because Vancouver has been actually very nice lately. It's been very warm, so make sure you also take some time to spend outside. All right, this is it. Thank you so much all, and I wish you all have a great day. Bye.